So my province, located on the east coast of Canada, has the potential to power the economy and the world with clean energy. Welcome to New Brunswick. My name is Stephanie Savary. I'm the Energy Lead and Economic Development Executive with Opportunities New Brunswick. We're the economic development arm of the provincial government, and we're mandated not only to look for investment attraction opportunities, to grow locally our hydrogen and energy ecosystem, but also identify export opportunities. And that's exactly what we're doing. So today I'm going to talk about our current projects, our future projects, and the commitments we have made to advance all of these within New Brunswick. The opportunities are not only for domestic use and domestic development, but for export. We all know with the abundance of jurisdictions around the world fighting for these opportunities that the competition is fierce. Everyone is claiming access to top talent, to groundbreaking innovation, to low operating costs. We are too. So what makes us different? Where does New Brunswick come into play with all of this? So New Brunswick, why? Because we are built for business. We are agile, we're adaptable, and we're responsive. New Brunswick is proactive in aligning our ever-evolving business landscape. We swiftly adopt to change in New Brunswick, and we nourish our robust economy. Our agility while addressing business challenges is pivotal to our triumph. While our lifestyle may be very laid back, our business ethos is fast-paced and dynamic. We are responsive. We are very quick to clear a path for energy innovation. We have less barriers, less bureaucracy, and less tape, which leads to huge success, more productivity, and more time spent with these advancements. We see the need to change, and we do it. We change our regulations, we change our policy framework when we see the opportunity. So right now, what are we doing? What have we done? So we've changed our Electricity Act. So what that does and what that allows is that allows our self-supply of electricity for our large projects and our hydrogen projects that are coming forward. We've established working groups across government departments, across local and municipal lines to ensure that when these projects come forward, that we have the ability to ensure all stakeholders in the ecosystem are on board, having the same conversations, moving them forward. We also currently have legislation right now about to be passed for our Gas Act. What that does is that allows hydrogen to be blended into our existing natural gas pipelines for hydrogen innovation. The other benefit of New Brunswick is it's in Canada. So everyone talks about the green premium gap. So what does that mean and how can we solve it? Well, in Canada, you see that we have the clean hydrogen investment tax credit that you can capitalize on. We have the Canada Growth Fund, and we've already seen EDC commit $250 million to advancing these projects. So bring your project to New Brunswick, set it up. Not only do you have the benefits of New Brunswick, but you have the benefits of Canada there. So we are also collaborative. So not only do we have our strategic location, but we have a skilled and educated workforce. What that means is you have the opportunity to tap into that workforce and have that developing and that testing, and it creates a primed landscape for demonstration projects, pilot projects, and large-scale projects to set up. We have these purposeful collaborations, like I mentioned in these working groups, to ensure that public and private activity is combined. So we see academia, public, private, large industry, and our ports all working collaboratively on these projects and having open lines of communication. So next, let's dive a little bit more into the location in New Brunswick and why that is an asset to these projects. We're located in the northeast corner of North America, and we're one of the 4 Atlantic provinces. We're about a day's drive from Boston, You might not know New Brunswick, but you might know Boston. And we have a population of about 850,000 and a land mass of about 70,000 square kilometers. So you might be saying, that's pretty small. But let me tell you one thing, you don't have to be large to accomplish amazing things. We are strategically positioned to be Canada's energy gateway to Europe. New Brunswick has an abundance of natural resources, a conducive policy framework, and key assets like the Port of Belledune in the north that drives industry and industry and investments to New Brunswick. We have strong resources and abundance of water, established Crown land process and wind permitting regime that allows the addition of new generation, very simple in our region. All of that combined with our time zone advantage and proximity to major markets makes the support of the growth of this clean energy and hydrogen economy perfect in New Brunswick. Not only can you service Europe, but you can service both seaboards in North America in the same business day. We are the most highly diversified energy portfolio in Canada. We're using this and leveraging this to bolster our ecosystem and drive private investment. So why is the diversification important? It's important because it means we're cost competitive. Not only are we addressing the premium gap, but we have the diversification and electrification to make it cost competitive. So New Brunswick has some of the lowest electricity rates in Eastern Canada, actually across Canada, and where our grid is 80% non-emitting, 50% coming from renewable energy. We've laid out detailed landmarks in our clean energy strategy and our hydrogen roadmap that we just released that details what we're putting on the grid when with firm commitments. They are not pie-in-the-sky aspirations. They are firm commitments with firm deadlines that we are committed to working within. So we have an abundance of natural resources, a growing technology ecosystem, and we're also committed to developing Gen 4 small modular reactors locally. We are one of the only 2 provinces with nuclear in Canada, which allows us an additional opportunity for hydrogen production. We have partnerships with industry and with utilities locally. And right now, we see a pilot project coming online for 2.4 tons per day from a company called New Ionic. So they have patented microwave catalytic reforming technology, and they're partnering with Liberty Utilities to blend in hydrogen with our natural gas pipeline. Their highly efficient microwave reformer eliminates the need for fuel consumption, greatly reducing the amount of feedstock required to produce hydrogen and significantly reducing greenhouse gas. New Ionic's proprietary process will be used to generate low-carbon hydrogen at low cost for blending into Liberty's natural gas system. It'll produce clean power generation, fuel production for zero-emission fuel cell electric vehicles in the heavy-duty and mass transportation sector. Also, the MCR design includes a carbon capture system to produce readily transportable liquid carbon dioxide. We are providing the economy and the world with clean energy, and this opportunity exists because of our key assets. New Brunswick has unique features and assets of interest to energy development companies, including energy developed from wind, hydro, solar, biofuels, and nuclear. New Brunswick is actively pursuing opportunities to expand into wind hydrogen production and energy storage manufacturing. So I want to walk you through some of these key assets to kind of lay the groundwork for you and paint the picture. So we have a vertically integrated utility with flexible municipal utilities. We have a robust grid with significant transmission that loops the province and makes interconnections much simpler for new generation sites. Geographically, we are positioned between two high-demand energy markets with very strong interconnections, enabling an efficient transfer of surplus energy and lowering the expense of hydrogen. Additionally, we have one of the most modern natural gas grids. We have 2 year-round deep-sea water ports, including the Port of Belledune, which I'll touch on a little bit more. It's a specialized development district welcoming green energy projects and complementary low-carbon industries. New Brunswick is also home to the largest oil refinery, currently producing 200 tons of gray hydrogen per year. And they have purchased an electrolyzer. So they have not plugged it into the grid as of yet, but they will be the first Canadian refinery to utilize electrolyzer technology. Touching on the Port of Belledune, and they are here tomorrow at 11:15, so come hear them tomorrow to dive a little bit deeper into this project. But with as much as 1 day less at sea than other ports, they are operating with an opportunity to produce green hydrogen directly from this port for export. We're seizing the opportunities to build clean energy projects, including hydrogen, wind, solar, and nuclear within the next 5 to 10 years at the Port of Belledune. Key projects of the Green Energy Hub include a wind to hydrogen facility set to begin commercial production and exports within 5 years. The project will serve domestic and international clean energy markets with a focus on Europe. The 500 megawatt hydrogen production plant will be fueled by up to 1,500 megawatts of new wind development and eventually small modular reactors. These projects will support emerging green industries and clean manufacturing business with a pro-business mandate. They have more than 1,600 acres of land available for development, and the Green Energy Hub will supply both local and international markets. They are the only federal port authority in Eastern Canada with a hydrogen export project, and they have both federal and provincial lands, which means the conversations and communication between different levels of government is prime in that region. They have a long-term industrialization strategy. Long-term industrialization strategy that welcomes industry to the port, that's looking to capitalize on the clean energy that they can access and the opportunities to export into the European market. So New Brunswick wants to work with businesses. We want to attract the businesses. We want to attract the industry. We want to have the pilot and the demonstration projects. And we're primed with our conducive policy framework and our regulations. We are keen to work with you, and we are on the map. So you will see us and you will hear from us as we build out this opportunity. Now, if you want to hear more about our energy strategy and our hydrogen roadmap, we have another Tech Talk tomorrow here at 3:30 that will dive into that regulation and policy framework and the real opportunities for industry to come. And don't forget, tomorrow at 11:15, hear more about the Port of Belledune project as well. Thank you so much.